Hey y'all, good morning, happy sunrise. Welcome back to my channel, and for those that are new here, baby, go ahead and pull up a seat, okay? Get your tea, and let's just vibe out, all right? It's gonna be a little hectic sometimes when you come over here. Just a wee bit chaotic, like I say in every single video. However, I promise you're gonna enjoy the vibes. I promise you. If y'all can hear my kids in the background, if y'all hear any bumps and thumps and jumps, just ignore it, okay? Ignore it like how I try to do. I am a stay-at-home mom, so just, vibe out with me, all right? Now, today is Tuesday, so all of my OG subscribers already know what time it is, all right? I love to hop on here and kiki with y'all. I love to crack jokes. I love to show y'all my life, the things that I have going on. I love to talk about these books, especially when it's spicy. But I am also a very spiritual person, and I do like to pour into my subscribers as well, whether it is just, an uplifting message of the day. If I have, if I'm going through something and I just use that to inspire others to be, bring them out of some type of slump, of some type of energy they might be in. But I do also like to dabble in a little bit of spirituality and tarot too. Now, for those that are not into that, that's absolutely fine. You can go ahead over to my playlist, and every single thing that I offer on this channel is right over there, okay? The book content, the day in the lives, the blogs, the chit chats, all of it is right over there. You can tap in and you can get whatever it is that you came here for, and I promise y'all I am very much consistent with that content as well. But for those that are here for the message, for those that are here for the tea, for those that are here for the spiritual vibes, let's go ahead and let's tap in. Is somebody at the door? Okay, y'all, so Aquarius season popped off on the 19th. Okay, so this week, actually, Aquarius season is now here. So that is the energy that we're going to be tapping into, okay? Now, I know a lot of people that's watching more than likely is not an Aquarius and more than likely does not have Aquarius energy, and that's okay. But as a collective, we are all in the world together, so we are all going to be affected by whatever it is that's going on in the world together, even if it's energetically, even if it's, astronomically, right? So being that it's Aquarius season, everybody's going to be affected by Aquarius season in some way, shape, or form, all right? It's just up to you to see how the energy is resonating with you personally. So that's what we're going to kind of get into today. Now, if you are in Aquarius, happy birthday to you, okay? Happy birth month to you. Anybody with an Aquarius sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, or stellium placement, this message may resonate with you a little bit more than just the collective because you have those placements, okay? So keep that in mind as well. But also keep in mind that it's a lot of people that's tapping in. So don't try to make every single message fit for you in your situation. Pick apart what it is I'm saying. Allow whatever it is that resonates with you, and whatever doesn't, leave it for somebody else. My last disclaimer, time and energy being fluid. Anything that comes out can be geared towards your past, your present, or your future. It really just depends on what you have going on right now in this moment in time, okay? And then as far as energy, anything that I say is not set in stone, okay, babes? All right? It is not the end-all, be-all. It is not set in stone. Everything that I'm talking about is subject to change, okay? Because you do have free will. You have the power to shift it in whatever direction you want to shift it in. So if you don't like it, change it, okay? If you do like the messages, embrace it and make sure that you stay in alignment with whatever is being discussed and talked about, all right? With all that being said, we ain't gonna waste no more time. We're gonna go ahead and hop into this energy because I'm not gonna hold you. I love Aquarian energy. I know a lot of people is not fans of Aquarius like that for real, but I love Aquarian energy. I always have. But I do have an Aquarius North Node too, so maybe that's why. But either way it goes, how we start these how we start these monthly reads off, we always start with the affirmation. So I'm going to get an affirmation for y'all throughout Aquarius season, just to see what it is that you should be embracing and things like that. All right, the card that flipped over is don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. All right, so that is your affirmation for this month, or for Aquarius season rather. Don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. I can't remember, is that the same message for Capricorn? No, I don't think it was. I think that might have came out in somebody's personal reading, so don't mind me, never mind. Let me get my little stool so I can put my stuff up here. So yeah, don't mind me. But yeah, don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. What does that mean? Basically the same things that they tell you when you're on an airplane. If something starts to happen and something is going wrong, you're supposed to put on your mask first before you put on anybody else's, right? How can you help someone else if you don't first help yourself? How can you give energy elsewhere if you don't have the energy to give, right? How can you assist somebody if you are in whatever energy that you're in? You have to worry about you too, right? And that doesn't mean you have to be selfish. In some senses you do. I'm not gonna hold you, all right? In some senses you do have to be selfish with your energy. You have to be selfish with your time. It just is what it is, because you do have people that will take advantage of that, right? I'm an ex-people pleaser, so you know, I'm still working on that. But either way it goes, you have to start putting yourself first before you start pouring into everybody else. Do not set yourself on fire. Do not burn yourself out. Do not overexert your energy off of the strength of trying to be everything for everybody else or do everything for everybody else, okay? So that is the affirmation for Aquarius season. Now let's go ahead and tap into the overall energy. Let's see what the overall energy of Aquarius season is holding. And one more, and then we can start. Child, I don't know what they doing. They just up and down them stairs, just a thumping, thumping, thumping. If y'all can hear that, I apologize, okay? Truly apologize. All right, let's see. Overall energy for Aquarius season. What can we expect throughout Aquarius season? Oh, that's some tried to flip over. What can we expect throughout Aquarius season? All right, so the first card that's here is Suffering in Silence. And I feel like this is definitely piggybacking off of the off of the affirmation that's here for y'all. All right, and we also have Deception and Envy that came out. That's interesting. That card don't come out a lot, but when it does, it always be some tea surrounding that. It's always some tea that need to be spilled surrounding that energy. That's too many. That's like 4 cards. Okay, can you simplify? Thank you. We have Solitude that's here. Okay, so these are the cards for the overall energy. Now, I do apologize. I'm on my floor, y'all. By now, y'all been hearing me say this throughout, you know, a lot of my videos with me sitting on my floor instead of my desk doing these particular reads. But like I said, I still got a bunch of stuff on my desk, y'all. Like, it's books from my birthday, it's books from Christmas. And I just don't want to throw them on my shelf because I have to reorganize my whole shelf to make room for them. And I also want to do a book unhaul to get rid of some stuff that I just did not resonate with or that I didn't like. So just bear with me, y'all. Just bear with me. We'll get there when we get there, all right? All right, so overall energy, Suffering in Silence. So with Suffering in Silence, it could be just that, suffering in silence, always putting yourself on the back burner and making it seem as if you're okay to take on the shit of everybody else, right? Boom. You have Deception and Envy. Anything could be going on with that, babe. So we'll come back to that in a second. And then we also have Solitude. Solitude could really just be you needing to pull your energy back. Remember what I said, overexerting yourself, overexerting your time, overexerting your energy towards other people and burning yourself completely out. We're not doing that in Aquarius season. We're not burning ourselves out for the strength of everybody else, okay? So you're needing to pull back your energy and pull back your time and your resources or whatever the case may be in solitude. That doesn't mean you have to go and hide in. That doesn't mean that you have to like literally be in solitude and not be out with other people. But there, you do have to find that boundary. You do have to find that middle ground to where you're not doing more than necessary, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about each one of these cards individually. and get a quick like breakdown of what these cards are representing for you guys. All right, last shuffle, and then we're going to get into this. Okay, so suffering in silence. Can you tell us why suffering in silence is here? Oh, we have the Nine of Cups that just came out, and it came out in crossing. And then we also have the 10 of Wands that was in the deck. It didn't fall out, but it turned over. So I'm going to take both of these. I'm going to show y'all this. Okay, so we got the 9 of Cups that's here. Like I said, it came out in crossing, which means it came out sideways. So I'm going to speak to the energy like this. And then we also have the 10 of Wands. So these are the two cards that's showing itself. So with the 9 of Cups, right? When that is upright, this is somebody that is celebrating their successes. Where's my other deck at? I just had it. Oh, in my face. This is somebody that's celebrating their successes. This is someone that is content, happily fulfilled. I split the deck. Somebody that's happily fulfilled with everything that it is that they're doing, or whatever like that. They are, you know, basking in their success, basking in their trophies, so to speak. It's coming out in crossing because I feel like for many of you, you either don't bask in your successes, or you're unable to bask in your successes. Why? Because you're constantly carrying the burdens of others. That's what this represents. This represents burdens. You're carrying the burdens of others, or you have your own burdens and you're stuffing them in. You're suffering in silence because you're too busy focused and worried about everybody else, showing up for everybody else, being your most, I guess, abundant, not your most abundant, being your most helpful self for everybody else, right? So it's hard for you to either see your own successes and accomplishments or bask in your own success and accomplishments because you're suffering in silence with your own burdens, or you're suffering in silence due to the fact that you're carrying everybody else's burdens. Right? Many of you are probably tired. And honestly, if I'm being completely transparent, I feel like for a majority of the people that this is going to resonate with, this is you taking on everybody else's burdens versus dealing with your own stuff. And a lot of the times when you're taking on everybody else's burdens, it forces you to put your own problems on the back burner, or it forces you to put different stuff. I'm also getting that for some of y'all, there are going to be different things that presents itself for you, different opportunities, different experiences, different doors that are going to be open for you. And for many of you, you are going to either contemplate not doing the things off of the strength of how you need to show up for other people, or you're literally going to close those doors off of the strength of what you feel like you have to do for other people. Okay, this is what's coming out, and you're being told not to do that throughout Aquarius season. You're being told not to do that. If you have to fight, look, I can't make it up. Trust in manifestations. The things that are happening for you are meant to happen for you. It's meant for you to be celebrated. It's meant for you to be seen. It's meant for you to be able to bask in your own successes and things of that nature. This is what's here for you. Okay? This is what's here for you. So you have to find a way to either balance out your everyday life because, okay, perfect example. If you have children like me, for me, and I'm trying to choose my words wisely because I don't want to offend anybody, you know, any of these weird ass moms out here, where, you know, whatever. I don't want to offend any weird ass moms. But either way it goes, you could potentially look at children as being a burden. And I'm using air quotes because they're not really burdens. But if we're looking at it surface level, it's very hard for a mother or just for a parent to do certain things the way that they would do once upon a time before kids, right? It's hard for you, like simple as me, sitting in front of this camera trying to record content. Y'all don't know what goes into this and the amount of editing that I have to do with my videos. A 15-minute video that I could have recorded literally within 15 minutes can take me up to an hour. It'll be an hour worth of footage that I have to edit all the way down to a 15-minute time mark due to the amount of interruptions I may have, or due to the amount of, you know, noise that may be in the background. You know what I'm saying? I'll have to repeat myself as I'm talking. This is just a perfect example. I like how, you know, energy be working, just to prove to y'all what I'm talking about. In a regular video, if I would have started saying that, I would stop talking and wait for the noise to cut down so that I could go back and repeat what I just said, because it's too much noise in the background. You understand what I'm saying? So this is just a perfect example. So like for somebody that has kids, you have to figure out what works for you. That doesn't mean put your dreams and your aspirations and the things that you want to do or the things that you're trying to do on the back burner. You just have to figure out how you can do both. Right? It might take longer. Like I said, a 15-minute video that I would be able to do like this if my house was completely silent, versus sitting in front of the camera for a full hour just to have to edit it. It's possible. It just might take longer. You know what I'm saying? So for some of you, you would just, and I'm just using, you know, having children as an example. Not everybody has kids, but just use that as an example, as what is going on in your life that you know that you have to take care of, but you still have other things that you have to tend to. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what you're being told to do. You have to find the balance between the two. You have to find the balance between the two. You can't constantly pour into everything else around you, that you're neglecting everything else that you have to do for self, right? So that's there for y'all too, whoever that is for. So you have to find the balance. And for others of you that don't have things, you know, responsibilities outside of yourself, you just simply have to stop. Stop showing up for people that don't show up for you. Stop pouring out into people that don't pour into you. Stop doing things for people that don't do things for you. Stop. Because at the end of the day, those particular people aren't your responsibility. You're making them your responsibility. You're coming up with different, different excuses as to why they are your responsibility. They aren't your responsibility. You don't owe them anything. Stop. Okay, so it's two different scenarios. For those, just simply stop. For others, you have to find that happy medium. You have to find the balance. Okay, so that's what's here as far as suffering and silence is concerned. So let's go ahead and move on to deception and envy, and let's see why this is here. Can you tell us why deception and envy is here throughout Aquarius season? We got two cards that just jumped out. I'm going to get clarification for this too, because we got the Four of Swords that's here. And then we also have the Chariot that came out in reverse. Okay. I'm sorry. So, damn, that flipped and then flipped back over. All right. Can we get some clarification? Can we get some clarification for these cards, y'all? Okay, y'all. The first card that came out was, remember what I said, this card is flipped over and then flipped back over? It was Passions and Desires. I'm gonna see if I can find it and show it to y'all again. Although it didn't come out, it resonates with the cards that I'm currently looking at right now. Damn, where is it? Hold on, everybody. There it is. So I don't know if you could see it as I was shuffling. I told you a card flipped and then flipped back over. It was this one. Passions and Desires is what's here, right? It resonates because the other card that's here is News and Enthusiasm. Now, for some of you, not all, the people that you're constantly giving all of your energy to, they're envious of you. They could be deceptive, and being deceptive could be somebody that kind of uses manipulation. They use different manipulation tactics to make you feel bad about not doing something for them, not showing up for them, not moving the way that they want you to move, right? Or they make you feel bad for pouring into yourself, for doing certain things that make you happy, right? Manipulation tactics. For others, they're envious of you. They're envious of the opportunities that you could potentially have. They're envious of your gifts. They're envious of your talents, right? So they latch onto you. They're leeches, essentially. They latch onto you and they use up your energy. They use up your resources. They use up your time. They take from you, because if they continuously take from you, you don't have enough to pour into what you need to pour into to flourish in the ways that you need to flourish. Okay, that's what's coming out. We have the Four of Swords. Like I said, this is an energy of rest. Okay, this is an energy of rest. Resting the mental, resting the mind, you know what I'm saying? Not being in the energy of not overthinking things, not overanalyzing things, not worried about things. You're just in an energy of mental peace, so to speak, right? Now, with the Chariot coming out here too, it came out in reverse, right? And upright, it basically represents you moving forward in your life, you moving towards something in your life, you pushing through a particular situation, or you know, whatever it is that's been keeping you stuck, or whatever the case may be. Like, you just pushing through these different obstacles, you finding your way through these different obstacles. That's basically what this represents. Now, with the deceptive person or the envious person, they're keeping you from moving forward. They're keeping you from having time to yourself, to where you're able to figure things out. You're able to focus on what needs to be focused on, so you can move in the way that you need to move. When it comes to your passions and your desires, and also when it comes to the different news that you would have. And the news can be, like I said, different opportunities that showcase itself. You could get a phone call, you get an email, you could just walk in, you know, bump into somebody that puts you, that's able to put you in a particular situation. You could hear something on the radio or see something on TV that sparks an interest, that sparks this creativity within you that you want to go and you want to do. But then you go and you talk to this person about it, and this person shoots it down. Or this person makes you feel like, well, you can't do that because you got X, Y, and Z to worry about. You have X, Y, and Z that you need to take care of. You have X, Y, and Z that you have to pour into. Or you can't do that. Well, what about, I thought we were doing this, or I thought we were doing that. Or you can't do that because, you know, basically, who do you think you are? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that because, like, you're not that cool. Nobody's going to listen to that. Nobody's going to be interested in that. Whatever the tactic is, you know what I mean? Whether they're doing it knowingly or unknowingly, that's kind of what it's giving. That's kind of what it's giving. So you are being told to pinpoint who these individuals are in your life, and you need to move accordingly, because being around these particular individuals or just this particular energy can keep you from moving forward. And then you're constantly giving to that energy versus giving to yourself. Okay, so you want to keep that in mind. And then we'll move on to the last card, which is Solitude. And with Solitude, the card that just came out is the Queen of Wands. I actually really like this card in tarot. It reminds me of Sagittarius energy, but Queen of Wands is a fire-like energy. It's a childlike energy. It's a confident energy, a certain, you know, an energy that's very certain of self. For many of you, you're going to have to go into solitude to find yourself again. You've been so stuck on the different roles that you play and the different hats that you wear that you've lost a sense of self, right? Or that you don't know how to show up for self, or that you don't know how to be confident within yourself when it comes to doing particular things. So for many of you, you are going to have to go into solitude, and solitude is just you know, sitting with self, you know, writing different things down, possibly meditating, whatever that may mean to you, praying, to figure out who it is that you are at this moment in time, and who it is that you want to be. What do you see yourself doing? Where do you see yourself going? How do you see yourself flourishing, so to speak? This is what this is. Getting back into that childlike nature, to where if you think about children, they don't have a care in the world. They don't have, they come in here automatically knowing who they are. It's society that tells them who they need to be, right? They come here knowing who they are. They come here knowing what they want. They come here knowing what they like and dislike, right? And we put those restraints onto them, to where they start moving in the ways that society wants them to move versus how they should move, right? It's very similar to that. So going back to that childlike nature, tapping back into the things that once made you happy, once made you feel good, once made you feel alive, is basically what's coming out, versus putting all your energy into everything and everyone else, right? We have the Nine of Pentacles that's here. And with the Nine of Pentacles is you no longer caring. Well, I don't want to put it that way. Not you no longer caring about other people, because the care is still there. Because when you're a genuine person and you're moving with like genuine authenticity and intentions, you're always going to care. You're always going to care about others. You're always going to want to show up for others. You're always going to want to be there for others, right? But the not caring is being able to show up for yourself as well, and not caring how that makes other people feel. Not doing it in a respectful manner. Now, you don't want to be so damn caught up in your own energy that you do forget about others. You do have to still be mindful, but at the end of the day, is you showing up for yourself and not caring how that triggers others. You showing up for yourself and not caring how that pisses somebody else off. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have to start showing up for you the way that you've been showing up for others. You can no longer suffer in silence, okay? You can no longer allow these people that are envious of you or deceiving you, manipulating you, or trying to just keep you in this cycle to where you're not flourishing in your own identity, in your own self, right? This is what you're being told to do. Where's my other deck? Yeah, see? Clarity. You're going into solitude to find the clarity, to find understanding about self and how it is that you should be moving, how it is that you should be showing up for self, how you should be living for self versus how you should be living for everybody else around you. Okay? So, this is what I have, you guys. Oh, bottom of the deck, abundant legacy. That's where you'll find your abundance. And remember, abundance is not just the financial and the materialistic stuff. Abundance is just having a prosperous life. So for some people, abundance could be peace. Abundance could be happiness. Abundance could be joy. All of that's the same, but you get what I'm saying. Just being able to be your authentic self could be your abundance. Being able to feel as if you're free from restraints, that could be abundance. Whatever abundance represents for you, this is what this clarity is going to bring. What is abundant to you? Okay. So again, this is what I have. I hope that this made sense to you guys. I hope it resonates with whoever it needed to resonate with and brought you whatever clarity it was that you needed to have. I do thank y'all for tapping in. Thank you for your time. Thank you for trusting me with your energy most of all. And I will catch you in the next video, okay? Bye.